We're your snooze button's biggest nightmare. Don't hit it. Don't hit it. Don't hit it. Get up and get going. Hey, we're digging into the daily habits of successful men. So I'm moving from Canada's greatest bodybuilder to Canada's greatest runner. I'm feeling good today, boys. Johnny, I'm feeling good, and I'm going to tell you why. So we know a couple days ago, I decided to step up and lead the men out there that hang on the New Year's resolution stuff. I have not had any processed foods. None. I feel great. I crushed a bunch of meat for stuff yesterday. I crushed a bunch of freaking meat.
But you got to look at that list and you got to decide what out of this list do I need to get done today that's time sensitive, that moves the needle forward. Everything else carries forward. Nice.
Gonna have to convince her husband that's why she gets up with us 3 days a week to hang out with these yahoos in the show in the morning.
I understand everything's on Eastern time. The stock market's on Eastern time. The world's on Eastern time. But Jesus Christ, it's not fucking 8 a.m. over here.
No time for excuses. No time for, but it's early. Really? You have no idea. I got a buddy here who wakes up every single day at 3 o'clock to hang out with us. I've been working on progress instead of perfection. We get so focused on it's got to be perfect, got to be perfect, got to be perfect. No, I'm going to get it out there. 2025, boys, officially marks the start of a new human generation. Many Gen Beta children will live to see the 22nd century. The future of Instagram, the future of Facebook are going to be AI-powered humans. So the point is, you're not going to know AI-powered entities. You're not going to know whether you're interacting with the AI or with a human. As we move more into the future of AI-generated entities, you're not going to know, Marty, whether you're interacting with that female on Instagram or whether she's a bot. And that's intriguing to me. Florida just banned social media usage for any kids under 14. But so if you're under...
Gift and a curse.
Yeah, you know...
All it did was sell more fucking records. It was the best thing that ever happened to the music industry.
So you know what
you're basically saying a fucking album out-parented you. Are you fucking kidding me? Take some responsibility for the love of Christ.
Change is simple, but it's not easy. No, it's waking up earlier. It's saying no to distractions. It's doing the uncomfortable things consistently. Change doesn't come from a grand plans or perfect conditions, boys. Nope, not at all. It comes from ruthful honesty in your own mirror, bold first steps, and unrelenting consistency. Will you? Or are you going to roll over and go back to bed? There's your accountability check-in. Getting after it. That's it. Endless escapes. It's discipline.
Every fucking morning when I'm on this show, I got my left leg up right now. My hamstring is being pulled loose as we speak. If you've got a sore back, you better really stay away from it. Well, in actuality, what you're doing is you're making it weaker and you're making the problem worse. So a Superman, we fucking brush our teeth to keep our teeth.
Yeah.
You should do your Supermans to keep the health of your back. If you get up and down on the floor just once a day, you'd be pretty surprised how much easier it gets by the end of the first week.
You probably have weak hamstrings and weak glutes if your back is hurting. So just like Johnny said, that's not a sign that you need to stay away from your back. That means you need to give it some attention and you need to do something about it.
If you can go out of this world like you came into the world, you're in a pretty good place.
Most people get up, they take a piss, grab a cup of coffee, they brush their teeth. So when it's time to brush your teeth, I would do the Superman right before. Put something to keep you occupied in your fucking ear, whether it's music or a podcast, and basically have maximum 5 minutes of self-improvement on the floor. If I'm, let's just say that I'm banged up and I'm not deadlifting or squatting because the knees bother me.
Yes.
I'll be Superman like a motherfucker.
If you're running a business, if you're taking care of yourself, there's nuggets here to help you guys get going.
If you neglect your fitness, you're on the road to disaster, right? Think about it like this. You have to look at your fitness like you look at other areas of your life. You have to learn how to receive the message without paying attention to the tone, how the message is said, or even who the message is from. Because you might get a solid tip, a solid message from someone who you don't necessarily want to hear from.
It's human nature to overestimate risk and underestimate opportunity. It's the whole idea of what if you did succeed.
You got to realize that risk and that loss is part of the fucking equation.
You know,
if you want to make an omelet, you're going to have to break some goddamn eggs.
Yeah.
Are you playing to win, or are you playing not to win?
I think the greatest gift we have as men is being vulnerable and being curious. And the moment you lose both, you might as well go start digging a hole in the ground. Get up and be curious. Man, the moment we stop being curious is the moment death is on your door. I don't know why we have an end time on a meeting, because if there's an end time on a meeting, we shouldn't meet in the first place.
Motherfucker, sometimes
Yeah.
nobody trying to hear that shit. You might just gotta have a conversation with someone,
Yes,
get to know them, find a pain point, and then you go from there.
you founders need optimism and energy. I don't know how some glum Eeyore type founders could ever lead a company to success. You have to have optimism.
If you don't believe what you're doing, the odds of you being successful are very slim. And that positivity, that enthusiasm, that abundance is very contagious. I'm happier swinging for I can sleep at night knowing that I fucking swung the bat as hard as I could with
Bingo.
the best intention I could, versus if I sat there like a fucking pussy and watched that fucking fastball come in hot, and it might have been the one I needed, and I was too afraid to pull the trigger.
There should be a list of where they rank people by how much wealth they've created for other people instead of a list that ranks your own wealth.
It doesn't have to be a perfect day. It just needs to be another day that you show up. Not every day is going to be your best day, but it doesn't matter.
You could be one happy motherfucker with John Anderson here this morning on Mornings in Alive with Keith and friends. We're having a lot of fun here today on the Friday of the Loop.
Leucine, and leucine is an essential amino acid that we need to get through our diet for supplementation. If you're human, you're going to age. And a lot of people still don't understand the importance of protein intake, and in particular leucine's role in saving our skeletal muscle.
Too many people keep trading one thing for the next. It's not a trade. It's in addition to. It's like you learn all these little things that are helpful, and you keep one as you adopt another. Next thing, you've got a bunch of these things that are, as a group, actually have much more punching power.
Why do humans, I got to take the glass off for this one for you guys. Why are humans still confused about the benefits of protein and about this whole idea that I want to be strong as I get older? If I'm 70 or 80, I want to be strong. There's no rocket science in that. There's just that's just simple. 1 + 1 = 2.
I want you thriving, not just existing.
If you took all the carbohydrates out of your world and just focus on amino acids, fatty acids, proteins, you're going to do just fine.
We know that the gut requires a certain amount of food source to feed the healthy gut bacteria, and we know that comes from carbohydrate foods. If you're looking for body composition change, especially also losing weight, then animal sources and supplements will probably be easier because you can eat less of it.
No, protein is flesh. And I try to make it easy. I say, look, if it can see you, you can eat it. That's an easy way to find protein.
Animals don't tune into our show because Johnny's one of the hosts, and you're not going to live very long if you tune into our show, because if you can see it, we're going to eat you.
We're going to make some beet smoothies and high protein pancakes and just some fun stuff that they might not typically think of for brunch.
Look for something with eyes, kill it, eat it. The only morning show to help men get their ass out of bed. Listen, we solve 2 problems for you guys. 2 problems for you men. Problem number 1 is we get up to help you guys get up and get moving. The second problem we're solving is loneliness. Guys, come hang out with us. The fact you guys choose to hang out with us, I got nothing but gratitude for that. So I thank you for that, for hanging out with us every single day. And as we try to build the biggest morning show platform for men on the planet.
Too many people nowadays, they live in this is what I want right now. When you live in what you want right now, the odds are you're not going to get what you want later.
Your audience isn't looking for more noise. No, they're looking for connections.